Welcome back, everybody. If you're new to the channel, my name is T, and those that are not new to the channel, you already know me. And also, if you are new to the channel, please like and subscribe. So on this video, I'll be doing or explaining to you how do you know if you have a non-CDL or a CDL setup legally. It's a question that I've been getting asked. And this video, I wouldn't say it's going to be controversial or exposing anybody, but hopefully it will guide you to the right direction, because I've seen a lot of YouTubers that really don't have the right facts when they say that they have a non-CDL setup and so on. And you know, I am not the rule, I'm not the law, I'm not a DOT officer, but I've been doing this transportation DOT since I graduated from high school. I've been in this area, this field, 16, 17 years. And yes, I do keep up to date with the new laws that come out. So I'm not just preaching laws from 17 years ago. I am up to date. And even in my civilian job, all I did was DOT related stuff. Like, you know, in my other videos that I did, I was a truck driver. So I know a little thing or two about the DOT rules and laws. And but yeah, again, you know, I'm not here to expose anybody or get anybody upset. You know, they're just facts. And I've done my research. Like I said, you know, before you get into this field, you know, and if you're new, do your research. Do your research. And I'm going to show you the two things that you should be looking at when you're trying to go non-CDL as far as truck and trailer. There's two things, really, that whenever you go into a DOT weigh station, they pull you in. This is the first two things that they're going to look at, you know, if they do a certain inspection. And this is how they know that you're non-CDL or CDL. There's a lot of small things that the DOT officer can see from behind the desk, looking at your setup as you're sitting right in front of their weigh station. They know, hey, this is a non-CDL hotshot or CDL hotshot. It's small little things. Sorry about that. And I will go over them and I'll show you how they know you're non-CDL or CDL hotshot. And again, there's, like I was saying, again, do your research. Do your research. Don't just jump into it the next day. Do your research. And I'm going to show you the two things that you should look at when you're trying to do a non-CDL setup. Two key things. And it's really simple, but people don't understand. They think it's the actual weight that you're scaling. It's not the actual weight that you're scaling that it's going to put you non-CDL or CDL. It's two little things. And let me go show you how you know you are non-CDL. And when you do your research, when you go look at trucks and trailers, these are the two things that you should be looking at. Not just, hey, how much weight can that truck tow and how much weight can that trailer haul. That's not how it works. Two key things. Because like I said, when you go into a DOT weigh station, they don't care what your actual weight is. They're going to look at two things that will say, show me your CDL, or okay, you're not CDL, or it doesn't require CDL. All right, cool. Let's move on to the next inspection, which could be insurance, license, so on. But the first two things that they're going to say or look at, I'm going to show you to determine, hey, if you need a CDL or not. So let me go show you those two things real quick, and we'll go from there. Okay, everybody, here's how you're going to determine if you are non-CDL or CDL. And here's what the DOT officer is going to look at when you pull in and start doing inspection to determine if you need a CDL or not, other than being overweight or being CDL weight. But here's what they're going to look at, and here's what you should look at when you're researching, when you're trying to set up a non-CDL setup as far as truck and trailer. So you find your truck. Show you. You find the truck you want. Okay, I want a Ram 2500. So you're gonna go look at this right here. This is what DOT is gonna look at. Gross vehicle weight recommended. And as you see, it says 10,000 pounds. Okay, that's the one thing that DOT is gonna look at, and that's the one thing that you should look at when you're building your non-CDL setup. It's the GVWR. When you get into these dualies or 3500s, they will be either 12,000 or 14,000. All right. Here's what you're looking at, and here's what DOT is going to look at. They're going to look at the GVWR on the truck. All right, that's 10,000. Okay. That's the first thing. That's the number one that you're going to look at. And also, to be non-CDL, you have to be under 26,001 pounds. So non-CDL, you got 26,000 pounds. You have to have a combination of 26,000 pounds or less. And this right here, like I said, like I showed you, 10,000. All right, you do the math. 26,000 minus 10,000, so now you got 16,000 pounds. And that's why when you go to the trailer, or you look for a trailer, you're looking for, hey, I need a trailer that is 16,000 pounds or less, so I can be non-CDL at 26,000. When you're looking at your trailer, it's like, all right, I found my trailer. I found me a whatever 30-foot load trail. I like this one. So let's see what the GVWR on this trailer is. You can look at it, and as you can see, on this one, 14,000 pounds. So with the combination of 14,000 pounds plus the 10,000 of the truck, you are at 24,000 pounds. Non-CDL, to have a CDL is 26,000 pounds, 1 pound, and up. To not have a CDL is 26,000 pounds, 1 and below. So we do the math. 14,000 pounds plus the 10,000 of the truck, we are at what? 24,000 pounds. So therefore, there you go. You are non-CDL. Those are the two things that when you're doing your research and you get into non-CDL, that's what you should look at. The number on the truck and the number on the trailer. You are non-CDL. But if now that we got that determined, the truck is 10,000 pounds, the trailer is 14. Now that we got that determined, let's say the truck is, you get into a dually, that's 12,000 pounds, 14,000 pounds, which depends which 3500 you go into, either a Chevy or a Dodge, whatever. They weigh more, so 12,000. Okay, well, will it work with this trailer if it's 12,000 pounds? Yes, because it's 12,000 pounds on the truck, and the trailer I showed you is 14. So you're right. You're right there. You're right at 26,000 pounds. So yes, that combination works. But you know, why would you get a dually and a small trailer like that if you're going to be hauling a lot of weight? In my opinions, you're better off just staying with that or getting a 2,500 and getting that trailer. Unless you plan to go CDL, then again, like I said, you know, before you get into this, do your research, figure out what you're gonna run, because it's gonna be a lot of money spent, a lot of work when you're in a dually, and just build your truck and trailer from day one. You just figure out what you're gonna do. Not CDL, get it not CDL, because yeah, you can later on get a bigger trailer, and now you're getting into CDL ways, and just do it right the first time. But yeah, so when you pull into the DOT and they start inspecting, those are the two things that they're gonna look at. Is that sticker on the truck and the trailer, and it comes out to, mine comes out to 24,000, so therefore you don't need a CDL to operate. It is not the actual weight. You can have this setup and be hauling 100 pounds and it doesn't matter. It's 24,000 pounds. It's 24,000 pounds whether you're empty or loaded. It doesn't matter. But once you start getting into the 26,000 plus, once you start getting into the 26,000 pounds plus 1, then they start looking at CDL. Hey, you're overweight, or you're CDL weight, and I see that your setup is non-CDL. You better have a CDL because you are pulling CDL weight. And that's where I got a CDL, and my setup is non-CDL. I'm not saying that don't exceed the max weight of the trailer, because the trailer is not supposed to go more than 14,000 pounds on this trailer. But if the shipper, the broker, one day gives me the wrong information and it's actually, it weighs more, and I hit the weight scale and it's CDO weight, I'm okay because I got my CDL, so I'll be okay. But again, those are the two things that the DOT is going to look at, is those two stickers. Again, it doesn't matter if you're empty or if you're loaded. It doesn't matter. That's how you know you have a non-CDL setup. A CDL setup will be whatever, 12, 14,000 pounds on that sticker on that truck, and then your trailer 16, 18, 20, whatever thousand pounds, and it's just like that. And yeah, people think that, you know, it's the actual weight. It doesn't matter. It matters on those two stickers of what it says. That's all they care about as far as non-CDL setup. And then again, like I said, once you go overweight, then like, hey, all right, you're overweight now. Show me your CDL to be hauling this, and then but that. But yeah, it's not the actual weight of what you're scaling. It's those two stickers, a combination that tells you non-CDL, non-CDL. And like I was saying, derating trailers. Here we go. This is why a lot of non-CDL people derate trailers, because they are non-CDL and they are set up for CDL. That's why they derate. Derating a trailer, and this is mainly for the, not mainly, but big techs, you are going to get exposed, or drivers that have a big tech trailer, it's going to really expose you big time, because if you notice on those big techs, or if you know big techs, it'll say 14 GN, 16 GN, 22 GN, 25 GN. Just think about it. 14 GN tells you 14,000 pounds you can haul the max on that trailer. 16 GN, the max you can haul on that trailer, or a trailer and load is 16,000. So, and then 22,000 pounds, you know, yeah, it starts to throw you under the bus in a way if you're gonna run non-CDL. So that's why when people get their trailers derated, they scrape that badge off 14 GN, and then they rate the axles from whatever 8K, 10K to 7K. That's why they derate it to where they can bring it down to 14,000 pounds, because they don't have a CDL. That's how. That's what derating is. You're not derating a trailer because you want to haul less. Like, no, you're derating your trailer because you are not in compliance and don't have a CDL. So you're like, ah, dang it. I thought it was the actual weight that I'm scaling. No, it's those two stickers, because on that, probably if you have a dually, and like I said, if it weighs 12,000 pounds and you got a 16 GN, you do the math. 16 and 12, you're at 28,000 pounds on those two stickers, CDL. And that's why they rate this, that 16 GN or that 22 GN. And yeah, so those two stickers will tell you if you're non-CDL or CDL. You do not want. Yeah, a little more on derating trailers. I mean, that's why people derate trailers, because they didn't do their research, or I believe they didn't do their research. And like I said, I've seen some YouTubers or some other stuff on YouTube or the internet, and they don't have their facts straight about how do you know if you're CDL or non-CDL, and then they think it's the actual weight that they scale, and they get all this 40-foot trailers and dualies and stuff, and later on they end up having to derate their trailers. And like I was saying, derating your trailer, you know, what you're doing really is just replacing the axles. If you have 10K axles or 8K axles, it really depends on your truck. If you have a dually, like I was saying, you're probably weighing 12,000 pounds or 14,000 pounds on that sticker on your truck. And then your trailer, if you have 8K axles, you know, that's 16,000 pounds, and plus a 12, your CDL. And when you derate your trailer, all you're doing is going from the bigger axles to 7K axles, so you can break 26,000 pounds. And that's why I say do your research, man, because like I don't like seeing stuff like that. You know, you're wasting money, you're spending more time trying to get in compliance with DOT, when, you know, if you knew the facts, like, hey, I have a 12,000 pound truck. Let me get a 14 GN, or let me get something that scales 14,000 pounds. And then there you are trying to get in compliance. You're wasting money. And like I said, that'll be and DOT knows when you derate your trailers, because you'll see a plain black trailer. It's like, yeah, it's been derated. And sometimes they'll put you in do an inspection to make sure that you are really derated, because you can say, oh yeah, I'm derated, but all you did was strip the stickers off and you're not really derated. And like I said, it brings more attention to it brings more attention to you when you're doing stuff like that. And yeah, that's what derating your trailer means when you see it, or you see like a shiny black trailer. Is like, huh, that's big text. It's probably, and the sticker, and if they took the stickers off, it's probably been derated. But sometimes you can see the trailer like, looks kind of weird on those axles, because it's probably derated. But again, like, this video was not to be controversial or throw anybody on the bus. I'm just trying to, you know, lay out the lay out the facts, before you get into it, because I want everybody to do it right the first time and not have any issue with DOT, and then I'm gonna do a few more videos, with logbooks and do you have to hit the weight scale and so on. But this one was to show you how do you know if you're non-CDL or CDL. And like I said, I'm Hotshot myself. I'm in non-CDL. I haven't had an issue yet. So what I'm doing is working for me, and I'm working. I'm hauling load, so I'm on the road. So I'm working. And yeah, I have not had an issue just yet. I'm doing fine. And like I said, since high school, I've been in this whole transportation environment field basically all my life, and I've been in DOT compliance even in my civilian job, so I know a thing or two. Yes, I read the FMCSA. I'm up to date with the laws and rules, so it ain't just me second guessing or Googling. Like, no, I know my laws, I know my rules, I know what I can and can't do. But hopefully this video wasn't too long, but that's how you know if you're non-CDL or CDL, if your truck and trailer set up. And like I said, when you go look at trucks and trailers, those are the two things you should really look at. And then once you figure out those two, then then you can, start looking at transmissions and, hey, what's the max payload and what's the max load that truck can haul safely and the trailer can haul, and so forth. Because DOT is not going to care what you scale. It's those two stickers. And if those two stickers ain't combined into 26,000 pounds or less, then, and if you have no CDL, it's going to just cost you a headache. But yeah, hopefully this video was informational. And like I said, I wasn't trying to make nobody upset or throw anybody under the bus or make it controversial. It's just facts, Maybe in some other states it might be different, but I don't know. But as far as I know, it is those two stickers that determine whether you need a CDL or not. When you get into a semi truck, then that's a whole different world, which I'm familiar with too. But it's not based on stickers, when you're in semi. That's different. When it comes to like a pickup truck, that's what they look at. That's what it is. Semi world is different, and that's another thing that we can talk about later on. But we are talking about a pickup truck, and a regular flatbed trailer. But alright, guys. So again, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll be dropping more videos like this, more informational videos, other than pulling loads. But alright, guys. Till next time.